Assalamu alaikum everyone. This video is a continuation of the previous video that was related to direct and inverse proportion. Well, in that video we discussed in detail the basic concepts of direct and inverse proportion along with examples. And now in this video we will solve word problems related to direct proportion. Question says if x is directly proportional to y cube and x equals 32 and y equals 2, find an equation connecting x and y cube. Well, we have already discussed about it in the previous videos that when two quantities are directly proportional, how can we form the equation? Here x is directly proportional to y cube, which can also be expressed as x equals ky cube, where k is the constant of proportionality. Now after having formed the equation x equals ky cube, we will find the value of k by making use of the known values, that is x equals 32 and y equals 2. By substituting the values into the equation, we have 32 equals k into 2 is to the power 3. Well, 2 is to the power 3 means we will multiply 2 3 times, that is equal to 8. So we have 32 equals k into 8. In order to find the value of k, we will transpose 8 to the left hand side where it will be divided. So we have 32 over 8, that is equal to 4. So the value of k is 4. So our equation x equals ky cube becomes x equals 4y cube. Hence x equals 4y cube is the equation connecting x and y cube. Now we can use this equation to find the unknown values. In the second part, we are required to find the value of x when y equals 6. Well, we will make use of the equation that we have just formed in part 1. And by substituting the value of y, that is 6, into the equation, we have x equals 4 into 6 is to the power 3. Well, 6 is to the power 3 means we will multiply 6 3 times, that is equal to 216. And 4 into 216 equals 864. So the value of x is 864. Well, in the third part, we are required to calculate the value of y when x equals 108. Well, we will simply substitute the value of x into the equation. So the equation becomes 108 equals 4y cube. To isolate y cube, we will transpose 4, that is multiplied to y cube, to the left hand side where it will be divided. So we have 108 divided by 4, that equals 27. So we have y cube equals 27. But this is not our final answer because we are required to find the value of y and not y cube. In order to have the value of y, we will take cube on both sides, after which we will get our final answer, that is y equals 3, because 3 multiplied to itself 3 times gives us 27. So the cube of 27 is 3, and that is our final answer. Second question says if z square is directly proportional to w and z equals 4 when w is equal to 8, find an equation connecting w and z. Since y square is directly proportional to w, we can express these two quantities as z square equals kw, where k is a constant. Now we will make use of the known values to find the value of k. That is, we have z equals 4 and w equals 8. Substituting the values of z and w into the equation, we have 4 square equals k into 8. 4 is to the power 2 means we will multiply 4 2 times, that is equal to 16. So we have 16 equals 8k. In order to find the value of k, we will transpose 8 that is being multiplied to k to the left hand side where it will be divided. So we have 16 over 8, that equals 2. So the value of k is 2. Therefore our equation z square equals kw becomes z square equals 2w, and hence z square equals 2w is the equation connecting w and z. The second part, we are required to find the value of z when w equals 18. Well, we will make use of the equation that we have just formed to find the unknown value. The equation is z square equals 2w, and after substituting the value of w into the equation, we have z square equals 2 into 18. Well, 2 into 18 is 36, so we have z square equals 36. As we are required to find the value of z and not z square, so we will further solve it. We will take square root on both sides, after which we get the value of z, that is plus minus 6. Here I would like to mention that whenever we take the square root of a number that is a positive number like 36, we get two square roots, because 6 into 6 is 36 and minus 6 into minus 6 is also 36. That's why we have put a plus minus sign in front of under root 36, and our final answer is z equals plus minus 6, because 6 into 6 is 36. In the third part, we are required to find the value of w when z equals 5. Well, after substituting the value of z into the equation, we have 5 square equals 2w. Well, 5 square or 5 is to the power 2 means we will multiply 5 2 times, after which we get 25. In order to find the value of w, we will transpose 2 that is being multiplied to w to the left hand side where it will be divided. So we have 25 divided by 2, that equals 12.5. So the final value of w is 12.5. The fourth part, we are required to draw a graph of z square against w. First of all, we will write down the equation, that is z square equals 2w. We know that the quantities z square and w are directly proportional. Therefore, the graph of z square against w will be a straight line passing through the origin. Now, after having written the equation, we will assume the values of w, against which we will find the values of z square. As we know that the graph will be a straight line passing through the origin, so we will take our first value as 0. Well, when w is equal to 0, z square also equals 0. So that is our first point, 0, 0. After taking the first point as 0, 0, we can assume any value of our choice. So we have put w is equal to 2 over here, against which the value of z square is found to be 4. Well, you can take any other value. For example, you can take w is equal to 3, against which the value of z square will change and become 6. As we notice that the value of z square changes as we change the values of w. So it shows that z square is a dependent variable and w is an independent variable. Here you must know that dependent variable is always taken on y-axis and independent variable is always taken on x-axis. Now let us draw the graph. Well, first of all, we will draw a vertical line to represent y-axis, and then we will draw a horizontal line that will represent x-axis. The point where the two axes meet is called origin. After having drawn both the axes, we will write numbers. The highest value of w is 2. So we will write numbers till 2 on x-axis, and that of z square is 4. So we will write numbers till 4 on y-axis. Now let us plot the points. Well, our first point is 0, 0. That is the point where both the axes intersect. We will simply mark this point by putting a cross and writing 0, 0. And then we will mark our second point, that is 2, 4. By joining the 2 points, we get a straight line passing through origin, and we will extend the line and write the equation on the line, and finally our graph is ready. Each of the following equations state the variables which are directly proportional to each other and explain your answer. Well, 4 equations are given. We will simply extract the constants. That is, in the first equation we have 4, in the second one we have 3, in the third one we have 5, and in the final one we have 1. After mentioning all the constants, we will simply write the variables which are directly proportional to each other. Well, in the first equation we have y is directly proportional to x square. In the second one we have y is directly proportional to under root x. In the third one we have y is directly proportional to x cube. And in the final one we have p cube is directly proportional to q square. Given question says y is directly proportional to x cube, copy and complete the table. Well, you can see over here that 6 against 648, that is the only piece of information that is complete. That is, we have both the values of x and y, and all the other values are missing. When we have the values of x, that is 3 and 4, the values of y are missing, and when we have the values of y, that is 375 and 1029, the values of x are missing. We will simply use the known values to form our equation, as we know that y is directly proportional to x cube, which can also be expressed as y equals k x cube, where k is the constant of proportionality. Well, we have discussed all these ideas in our first video. If you want to know about constant of proportionality or the basic concepts, you can check out the link given in the description box below. Now that we have formed the equation, that is y equals k x cube, we will put the known values into the equation, that is x equals 6 when y equals 648. After putting the values into the equation, our equation becomes 648 equals k into 6 is to the power 3. Well, 6 is to the power 3 equals 216. So we have 648 equals 216k. As we need to find the value of k, we will isolate k by transposing 216 to the left hand side, where it will be divided. So we have 648 divided by 216, that equals 3. So the value of k is found to be 3. Now our equation y equals k x cube becomes y equals 3x cube. This is the equation connecting x cube and y, and we have found this equation so that we can use this equation to find the other unknown values. Now we will make use of the equation, that is y equals 3x cube, to find the unknown values. As you can see in the table, we have x equals 3 and x equals 4, and we need to find the values against 3 and 4. So let us find the values of y. Well, we will simply substitute the given value of x, that is 3, into the equation. So our equation becomes 3 into 3 is to the power 3. Well, 3 is to the power 3 equals 27. So we have 3 into 27, that equals 81. So the value of y is found to be 81. Likewise, we will solve the second one. Here we have the value of x is equal to 4. So we will simply put 4 into the equation, after which the equation becomes 3 into 4 is to the power 3. 4 is to the power 3 equals 64. Multiplying 3 and 64, we have 192. So the value of y is found to be 192. Now let us find the values of x against the values of y. The first value is y equals 375. After putting it into the equation, we have 375 equals 3x cube. To isolate our variable, that is x cube, we will transpose 3 to the left hand side, as we know that when a number is multiplied on one side of the equation, when transposed to the other side, it is divided. So we have 375 divided by 3, that equals 125. Well, x cube equals 125. This is not our final answer, because we are required to find the value of x and not x cube. So we will take cube root on both sides, after which we get x equals 5, because 5 multiplied to itself 3 times gives us 125. So our final answer is x equals 5. Likewise, we will find the value of x against 1029. Well, putting 1029 into the equation, we have 1029 equals 3x cube. Isolating the variable x cube, we will transpose 3 to the left hand side, where it will be divided. So we have 1029 divided by 3, that equals 343. And taking cube root on both sides, we have x equals 7, because 7 multiplied to itself 3 times gives us 343. This is the last question, that is given that mass of a sphere is directly proportional to the cube of its radius. Copy and complete the table. Here 1.5 against 6.75, it is the only piece of information that is complete. All the other values are missing. When the values of r are given, the values of m are missing, and when the values of m are given, the values of r are missing. Well, we will simply make use of the known values to find the unknown values. Let us form the equation as m is directly proportional to r cube, which can also be expressed as m equals kr cube. K is the constant of proportionality. Now we will simply put the known values of r and m into the equation to find the value of k. Well, r equals 1.5 and m equals 6.75. Substituting these values into the equation, we have 6.75 equals k into 1.5 is to the power 3. Well, 1.5 is to the power 3 is 3.375. That is being multiplied to k on the right hand side. So when transposed to the left hand side, it will be divided. So we have 6.75 divided by 3.375. The value of k is found as 2. Now substituting the value of k into the equation, that is m equals kr cube, we have m equals 2r cube. This is the equation connecting both the variables, and now we will use this equation to find the other unknown values and complete the table. Find the values of m when the values of r are given. The values of r are given as 0.2 and 0.7. We will simply substitute these values into the equation. The equation is 2r cube, so we will simply write 0.2 instead of r. So we have 2 into 0.2 is to the power 3. Well, 0.2 is to the power 3 means we will multiply 0.2 3 times, and 0.2 multiplied to itself 3 times equals 0.008. Multiplying 0.008 and 2, we have 0.016. That is the final value of m. Likewise, we will substitute the other value, that is 0.7. So the equation becomes 2 into 0.7 is to the power 3. Well, 0.7 is to the power 3 equals 0.343, and 0.343 into 2 equals 0.686. The final value of m is 0.686. Now let us find the values of r when the values of m are given. Well, m is given as 0.25 and 11.664. We will simply put the value of m into the equation. The equation becomes 0.25 equals 2r cube. As we are required to find the value of r, we will isolate r by transposing 2 to the left hand side. As 2 is being multiplied over here, it will be divided over there. So we have 0.25 divided by 2, that equals 0.125. Now we have r cube equals 0.125. Well, we are required to find the value of r and not r cube, so we will take cube root on both sides to find the value of r. Taking the cube root, we have 0.5. That is the final value of r. Likewise, we will substitute the value 11.664 to the equation, and we will divide 11.664 by 2. After which we find the value of r cube as 5.832, and just like the previous one, we will take the cube root of r cube to find the value of r, that is found to be 1.8. Thank you everyone for your time. Kindly like, share and subscribe.